up under the post, y'all. I know y'all probably getting tired of me by now, but I'm gonna keep on showing up, right? Until y'all start to enjoy this shit. No, I'm playing. But yeah, I did want to take some time to talk to a good friend of mine, you know what I'm saying? Ever since we started out shooting, it's just been, you know, a good connection for me to have, because this guy is a wealth of knowledge. He shows up, he's always on time, he's always got his stuff together, and he seems like he knows exactly what he's doing. From music videos to short films, this guy can do it all, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of you know who he is. But today, on Dallas Spotlight, Bodyguard TV's Dallas Spotlight, because there's a difference, right? We got Mike Feez, a.k.a. MikeFeez TV, in the building. So, what again, folks?
Yo, what's up with it, man? Thanks for having me.
Nah, for real. You know, I've been seeing you work hard here lately, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, my boy has been out there in these Dallas streets making it happen.
I've been doing my thing, man, just, you know, trying to put it together, bro. You know, my pops always said, research, execute, plan, execute, and that's what been going on, bro. I've been taking the long road, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, really like trying to put my craft together and study my craft and get my own look and shit, you know, going to school and, you know, just taking it day by day, project by project, bro.
Already. You know, normally I'd like to start off with asking, how are you doing, right? Because as men, we walk around this bad boy with the weight of the shoulders, or the weight of the world on our shoulders, right? And it's not very many people that just stop me and ask me, hey, how you doing today, man? You know, so how are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing all right, bro. I can't complain, man. It's hard, you know, being a black man doing this or just living life in America. But, you know, I'm doing it and shit, I'm alive, you know. I'm missing a couple people that I lost and, you know, be having relationship problems and shit. But I let that motivate me to keep going, bro. You know, as a man, sometimes we don't get congratulated or get validated. But as a man, as I grow every day, I feel like we don't need the validation. We just got to put the work in.
Nah, for real. See, the measurement of a man is by the work that he does to put the money that he needs in his pocket. That's the only way that a man becomes important. How much money do you have?
Nah, right? Real talk.
And I think that's one of those things that nobody really wants to talk about, right? They're just like, no, we love you guys too. Yeah, how much would you love Dad if Dad didn't have it when you asked for it?
Well, it's the process, you know what I'm saying? Us men, we got to build the process step by step. And ladies or women, they don't give a damn about the process. They just want to see the end result. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But it's going to be all right, you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep on making shit happen and keep making these short films, these movies, these docs, these music videos. I'm really trying to get away from music videos and just stick more to film and make shit happen, bro. I got a couple scripts and tucked in, and we gonna make this shit happen, bro. I'm just trying to really put it together. I'm really thinking about doing a SAG Afro thing and really taking a different route than everybody in the city that's doing. I know it costs budgets and shit like that, but a nigga just gotta put it together and make this shit work, fool. You know, you got a goal and a dream, and shit, that's all you got till it become reality.
Right. My boy Julian Anderson, shout out to him and his son, by the way, because Aiden and them, they've been out there, you know, doing their damn thing. So, yeah, shout out to them. But, yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, what's up with it, Juju? My boy just Juju.
Yeah, my boy Juju. You know
wake him up, Aiden, you know what's going on.
Nah, for real. So, yeah.
He putting on for the city for sure.
Nah, for real. But, yeah, I want to talk to you more so about, because I know you just come off of a stellar performance with your short film, and that was one that you won quite a few awards for, all right? But I know you are also just received your degree in visual arts and cinematography.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the importance of actually gaining the education for some of these things before you step out there into real live situations trying to apply some of the knowledge.
Well, the thing about, getting the education, it don't come with the experience. It just come with the knowledge. And, with the knowledge, you got to go out there and look for the experience or create the experience. And I shot a TV show about like 2023 called Certified City Girls, a reality TV show. Shout out to that, Jules and Rory and them over there at TV Now. It got over 1 million views, and that really shocked me, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to learn more. I wanted to put more together, like how the audio could sound crisp or how you build a story and just be creative all around. So I took my talents to school and I learned a lot, just about lighting and pre-production. It all started with pre-production, and a lot of people just don't understand that. When I got the bachelor's, it was more of the science behind the camera. It wasn't even really about shooting. Yeah, we did projects and stuff, but they teach you about production bibles and metadata and, stuff like that, composing and composition and framing and all kind of shit, man. Really just how to go in depth with the FX6 and work the FX6, you know what I'm saying? From the color look to the LUT to S-Log to... It's just a lot, bro. I'm really appreciative that I took this route. I know it's a long route. I've been in school for 3 years. I'm getting my master's right now in entertainment business, and I'm just learning the business side of it, of how to create a creative brief for your company when you got a project, or create a 7 to 9 template Canva for your business to let you know how you gonna get your revenue and what accolades and lane you gonna take. It's just a lot, bro. From creating a project, from launching a project to creating a product package of how you gonna roll out the project. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot, bro. It's all about brand and storytelling, though, for sure. And that's what I'm on. A lot of people don't got no brand storytelling. And I'm just here to, turn visions to reality and do cinematic storytelling. Shout out to my boy A-Ro, because he be on my ass a lot about storytelling. Like, that's all it's about. If you ain't got no story, you ain't got nothing.
Nah, for real. Because that story is the most important thing. I was listening to this guy. I went and took this workshop, right, for this dude. He's award-winning cinematographer. I forget what his name is, right? But he y'all forgive me for this, because I got to do it, because it just ain't going to hit the same if I don't. But we was sitting in there, and it was me and baby. We was sitting in there, and she said, and this dude say, well, the most important thing is the performance. So you don't need to worry so much about continuity, because the continuity, it is important. But if you are worried about whether or not the red cup is on this side of the table or the other side of the table, then it is already a bad scene. I was like, I mean, he's not wrong, but and it just took him a while to get it out. But to me, I agree. Because I'm looking for those type of movies that grip me, like off the rip, right? Like movies like what's one where, like, the Mission Impossibles are real good at that. The 007s are real good at that. Even those movies that are quick to start, like a lot of Jason Statham type stuff. Wick is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like those movies that just grip you straight off. Now I know a lot of those movies I just mentioned are action movies, right? And
and the best one.
Right. The easiest way to grip somebody's attention is by starting out right with the conflict, So I think that, yes, he's right. The story is definitely important. Continuity, not so much, right? Now, if you start to be willy-nilly with it, then yeah, it becomes noticeable, right? But focus on the story first, right? That's what's going to create the moving blocks to get that going for you. You know, I done watch people shoot terrible movies, get a sequel and knock it out the park, you know, because they just built a good world around the story that they were trying to tell. And you got to have those lessons in there though, you know, because if I'm coming to your movie, I'm watching it, I'm hoping to get something out of it, right?
For real.
You know, even if it's not just some entertainment, just a little bit of entertainment, you know what I'm saying? I should at least get something out of it. All right, cool. So I know that you just came out with your degree, right? And then you turn around and go right back in. Would you like to tell us a little bit about what made you continue your education? What was it that you felt like you were missing that made you go back in?
Well, the thing was, man, I've been in business for 15, 16 years, and I made money. You know, I spent a lot of money, but I haven't made the money that I feel like I should made, like 100,000, 20,000 months, 10,000 months. And I feel like that's because I don't really know the jargon. Or I ain't gonna say the jargon, I really don't know the business. And when I say the business, I mean like deep into business, the contracts, the finance, the whole blueprint of LLCs, the LLC structure, how to get a loan, how to get a grant loan, how to just apply for business loans, and really just write a script, get the whole production down, and apply for a grant for your movie. Like, it's more to it than just filming, you know what I'm saying, or making it look good. And I wanted to really understand like the business of entertainment, you know what I'm saying, like just more in depth versus just grabbing the camera, going to shoot somebody and making some money. Like, how can I max out and maximize the money that I make? How can I get bigger projects? And you know, and going to school really gave me information I never had. Most of these people that's in the limelight or that's big, they got some type of talent agency or work for some type of agency. They white labeling they work. You know, they got a horse doing everything for them while they just sit back and collect the money. And like, most people don't know this type of stuff or this information. And it's with anything you want to do. I don't give a damn if you want to goddamn paint trucks. Shit, it's probably an agency for that. You know what I'm saying? They probably paint the best trucks in the world, the Maybachs, the Bentleys, whatever. It's just, I just wanted the knowledge. I felt like I needed more knowledge. I got the talent, but I just needed more knowledge, bro, more business etiquettes. You know what I'm saying? Like, really on some conglomerate shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, go talk to these white folks and get investments because I got the prototype or the protocol or the formula and the policies and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just more to it. I just felt like it was more to it. And I'm glad that I took the time to do this shit, bro, because it opened my eyes up to it a lot, bro.
Right. Because I think that's one thing that's widely ignored in this business is that the business acumen side of it, right? The paperwork and the consultation calls and the meetings, right? And all this stuff is you know, relegated to pre-production, or as we would call it, right? But you know, all that stuff is very important because before you even get into pre-production, you got to learn how to strike the deal, right? And that's one of those things that I too wish I had a bit more, you know, I guess I would have to say earnings and learnings in, because it's tough and it's not something that everybody just walks into. Like, I know guys who went to school for business and they came out and now they're doing what we're doing, right? And they're smashing the game because they learned the business side first and then developed those skills in filmmaking, right? So, oh man, let me jump right back over here to the chat, right? You know what I'm saying? I like to respect the chat right here on this show. Yeah, I really am gonna be moving over to making this a bit more of a interactive type thing, right? Because I want people to be able to talk to these people. It don't make no sense to spotlight you guys if we don't have the ability to have people ask you their questions as well. So Jew says, did you get your steps in today? How many miles did you get in?
I did 1.5 miles. I still gotta go do my other workout after I get done with this interview. I don't really know how many steps I got because my steps is not calculating with my watch for some reason. I think I need to update it or get it turned back on. I don't know. But I do at least 10 to 12,000 steps a day for sure.
Nah, for real. And see, everybody know the bodyguard gonna stay in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Here lately, yeah, I've been in that gym tough. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about getting back out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might hit the underground scene for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We're gonna see.
It feel good to work out, man. I've been on it
for real?
4 weeks. 3 weeks. April the 3rd will be 30 days that I've been doing this shit.
Yeah. Already. Well, stay on it. You know what I'm saying? When you start to see the results, that's when you fall in love with it. You be like, oh man, I'm looking like freaking Greek god out here. You know what I'm saying? But heck yeah.
Yeah.
Never. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first got my 6-pack. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first started seeing it poke through. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I can develop a 6-pack. I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in that bad boy just every day running hard on a treadmill. Trying to hit 2 miles a day in that bad boy every single day.
No
the
cap.
longest streak that I had for that, I think, was probably about 6-7 months. Every day, 2 miles a day.
The plan is to go for till November, but hopefully I just keep on, gain the lifestyle of it and just do it for the rest of my life every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because it don't, to me, I don't see any purpose in starting something just to quit it. Like, I mean, I get it, because I do have a philosophy, you know what I'm saying? I'll try anything once except gay stuff.
Nah, for real. Nigga ain't doing nothing gay.
Nothing.
No disrespect to the gays, but your boy ain't peanut butter packing. No sirree, Bob.
Well, I don't think they should take any offense to it because I really don't give a fuck how they feel when it comes to that. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like it just.
Man, I made a post about a couple weeks ago about not raising a gay son. Boy, they was hot. They was unfollowing me and shit. That shit was crazy.
Well, see, that's the part that be bothering me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when people be jumping out the gate on stuff that don't got shit to do with them. Like, if it's your son, that's your son. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do realize that you can't force your son to do certain stuff, right? But you can instill some principles and core values into him.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? I will say that when it comes to this over-sexualized nature here that we got going on in America right now, bro, that shit is taught. That's taught to people. Like, I ain't just seen some people just show up and just be over-sexualized, right? Like, even that girl that's like highly promiscuous, right? She out there because her mama out there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a part that don't nobody really want to talk about is that when it comes to these children, it really is monkey see, monkey do, bro. Like, whatever you do in front of that kid behind closed doors that don't nobody else know you doing, bro, that kid is going to outwardly put that out. So you got to be careful. Regardless of whether or not it's your husband or whoever it is, you got to.
And then it's all on TV, man. It's just crazy.
Like, this is learned behavior, bro.
It's just crazy, man.
Right. So, it is what it is. All right, so we're going to move over to what you working on now? What you got going right now?
I'm working on a TV show called She Run TV with a girl named Russian Cream, or her name Jayla or something like that. But on Jocelyn Cabaret, her name was Russian Cream. We putting that TV show together. And I'm in pre-production for a feature film that we shooting in June called What's in the Gumbo. Shout out to Candy. And my boy Spike putting something together. We working on that. So I got a couple projects. I just came from New Orleans. I'm thinking about putting together a documentary for something out there. I don't know if it's gonna be about like the slave trade or what, because I stayed in the French quarters, and when we was checking out, it was like, y'all know y'all stayed in the slave trade, right? So that like kind of blew my mind, like, damn, what the fuck? The slaves used to get traded here. So just going to New Orleans and seeing all the history on the wall and, the arts and the culture, it's just so much information when you go out there, and like documentaries is like the main thing, other than movies or TV shows. So I kind of want to really put together like a feature documentary and really instill some history and teach some people some stuff about New Orleans.
Right. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see that you also have a bit of a, a teaching eye, you know what I'm saying? Because I know when I talk to you about anything, you always got some interesting jewels and gems to drop down for your boy to pick up. And I greatly appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate talking to you, like, especially like, because I know how busy you are, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate every bit of time I get to talk to you, bro, because I learn something new every time.
Man, the reason why I be really just giving a game like that, people tell me I should charge or don't, is because my uncle, man, RP, my Uncle Luke, he was a millionaire. You know, when I got out of high school, he had a company called Dallas Car Works, but he could never teach nobody what he was doing. And he died and he lost the whole business. We lost the whole business because we didn't know what he was doing. We was just helping him do it. So I always told myself I'm going to be able to teach people what I know or give people the game. You know, I went to school for it, but that don't mean I should hold all the information because I ain't going to do nothing but die and keep it. What justice that's going to do for me? Maybe I can get this information to somebody and it can be valuable for them and they can make something out of themselves. I'd be happy with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So ain't nobody really teach me. I had to learn on my own. I got a couple mentors that's teaching me right now. Shout out my boy Spike. Shout out A-Ro. You know, Bodyguard. He be teaching me stuff too about this gaffing shit. And, shout out my mentor James, Fidel. You know, they all be teaching me different stuff, and it's just like when you come from a background where nobody teach you nothing, and then all of a sudden everybody giving a helping hand, it feel good, and it make you want to help others too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Like, it's I mean, in our community, bro, we are taught to hoard knowledge. Bro, man, say my mama still won't even tell us the mixture of seasonings that she puts on her popcorn.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? Like
it's like that though in our community though, man.
I'm trying to figure out what seasonings is going into that macaroni and cheese that she's making. You know what I'm saying? How many different cheeses is she using in that lasagna pan? I still don't know, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, why do we do this to ourselves?
I don't know, man.
I know what I am gonna do though. I'm gonna stick baby in that kitchen one of these holidays. She got to go in that kitchen. She got to learn that macaroni. She got to learn that lasagna. My mama cannot leave this earth before that recipe is passed down, bro. I'm telling you right now. She should have been.
I don't know why we do that, bro, but it's bad. I just try to be different, you know. I feel like we in an era where everybody hungry for knowledge, and if you really can teach a mass of people and educate them in this valid information, factual information, you know, you can sell them anything and they won't mind buying it from you because you just helped them. You know what I'm saying? Real
Right.
talk.
And that's the way I look. That's the way I look at video production from my side, right? Like every client that we come into contact with, like they have a problem, you know. And most times their problem is I don't have high quality content to be able to sell whatever it is that I'm trying to sell, right? Like even this right here, this is a podcast, right? But most people don't know that I sell these, right? Like I'm shooting a podcast and it's nothing more than a billboard to show what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
That's it. You see what I'm saying? So it's
You gotta build. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice and build the portfolio, you know, for the back end to have greater results. As long as you got a plan, like I said, research, plan, and execute, you will come out on top. But if you just doing it and don't got a plan, you will just be doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's gonna work out, bro. It's gonna work out.
Right. You know, I just have been blessed to come across people like you who have put money in my pocket numerous times. You know what I'm saying? You done pulled up and said, hey, I got this going. It might not be what you want right now, but it's something. I know you're hurting. I got you back. You know what I'm saying? And that's why whatever it is you need from me, bro, I got you.
I appreciate it, bro. Same here. We gonna make something happen, bro. I promise you, bro. We gonna make something happen. Like, we really gonna put it together, bro. I ain't trying to bullshit this shit. I'm really trying to stand out and make some noise. I know it's a couple people in Dallas making noise, or a lot of people making noise, but it ain't even about being the best or none of that. It's just about creating feedback and creating an impact on something that you create, you know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm trying to do, collaborate with people and, you know, just put something together that we can be happy about, that we feel like we put our all into it and got something out of it, you know what I'm saying? And that's only one way to do it, is the right way. Shout out to my homegirl, Marquetta, over there at Right Way Tax Service, you know, but, you know, you got to do it the right way. You feel me what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people just ain't doing it the right way, and that's why they not really going far with it. I mean, everybody ain't just gonna make it big, you know what I'm saying? But there's so many opportunities out here. Every opportunity can be big. It's just how you accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Already. Okay, cool. So I noticed that you shoot a lot of the music videos coming out of Dallas, right? And there are some others out there, you know, but I seem to always see you pop up when it comes to artists needing music videos. Would you like to talk to us a little bit about how you stay on top? What technologies are you using to keep yourself at the forefront of the cutting edge of what these guys want?
Really social media, bro, and, you know, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Facebook groups, you know, TikTok, just staying relevant and posting on there, you know, and every video is better than the next video. You know, I be surprising my damn self sometimes, like, damn, I did that shit. Like, I got a new video coming out with an artist from Liberia. It's crazy. We got over like 30 different scenes. It took us 4 days to shoot this whole, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just be doing shit, bro. But like I said, I'm trying to get better with storyline and storytelling, because that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? You can make montages all day, but when you start storytelling, it's just a different lane. And, you know, it's the camera I got. Everybody want that good quality, high-end quality, cinema quality. And most of all, you know, I know how to make it look good. It ain't no camera that you can just pick up, put in autofocus or auto with the settings, and you got to really dial this shit in, and it's just making a difference from what everybody else doing. I mean, I ain't no half pint or no what's the other dude name with the dreads? I forgot it. I can't even think of his bro name right now. But I ain't no half pint or no, you know, Hefe 6K or Jeff Adair, you know what I'm saying? But I create my own lane, bro, and just try to stay within that. I ain't trying to be like nobody or copy nobody. I just get what's for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shit.
You know what I'm saying? Honorable mentions, what's my man, Mellow Vision?
Yeah, that's who I was talking about, Mellow Vision. That's who I was saying.
Yeah.
I ain't them, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I do my thing. I make it look good. I make it look great. And shit, I make the client happy. And they always get more than what they pay for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I really like the song, you know, I really go all out and try to really put something together.
Already.
But doing music videos is stressful though, cause you know the artists. I don't know how to explain this, but they be picky, bro. And sometimes they just don't understand the arts or the craft that you put into it, and you just bump heads. But at the end of the day, you got to do what they want to do because they paying you. You know what I'm saying? Even though what they told you to take off was good, they don't want that shit though. They want a basic ass video sometimes.
Right.
And sometimes
right.
you want to go into costumes and prop sets and just go all through that bitch in the video, and they just want guns and 100 people. Like, you just got to be creative. It's all about the art. You know what I'm saying? And these other videos I've been doing, these last few videos I've been doing, it been all about the art. And that's really why people been like booking me. But I've been getting like a lot of Afrobeat artists messing with me though, for real, for real. It ain't even a lot of hip hop. It be artists that I don't even be knowing, but they popping in their industry though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit be crazy.
Yeah. Already. All right. So I want to talk to you a little bit about your short short film side, right? Coming off of a big win on your last one, what is it about cinematography that sets you off? Like, what's the reason that you got into it?
Well, the thing about what made me get into storytelling or filming or cinematic filming, really, bro, the honest truth, honestly, bro, ever since I was young, I wanted to I never understood how movies was made, and I wanted to know how it was made. And when I found out how things really work, it blew my mind. And I felt like I can do it. I got imaginary mind of my own. I got stories to tell of my own. But the main reason what got me into cameras, I couldn't find a job, bro, due to my record.
Man, say.
I was a club promoter at a club. Somebody had left their camera at the club. The owner of the club gave it to me and said, learn how to work it. And next thing you know, I just started making videos and shit. I never stop. I'm 16 years in the game, bro. I created my own opportunity.
Nah, for real, that's a wild. That's a wild story.
Yeah.
I would have never known that. I've been sitting here with you right now.
For
like,
real,
God,
bro.
God.
I was trying to get a job, saw it on my record. They wouldn't hire me. It was fresh. And shit, I needed money. I was broke, bro. And shit, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to pick up a camera and make some money. But then it got to a point where it wasn't even about the money no more. It became about the art. You know what I'm saying? I started doing it because of the art versus the money. And that's what led me to school and stuff like that.
Already. Man, see, that's dope. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Because not every day do you get introduced to something and then that like become your everyday thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that I trained myself in before this, like, bro, it don't make no sense because none of it is what I went to school for. Like, what I went to school for, nope, I ain't touched it. I didn't hit a job in my field even after graduation. I just never, ever was able to do it. So it just was one of them situations to where it's like I felt like I wasted money, and even still to this day, I probably got some student loans somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't know because I ain't looking for them. Why? Because that education that they promised me, that job, it never came for me. So it just was, it's like, no. You know what I'm saying? But my man said, hey, not only am I going to pick this up and learn it, but I'm going to jump into school for it. Now, that's a hell of a commitment, bro, because it ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that not only are you paying for the school, but you also paying for the equipment. You also paying for the knowledge, the workshops. You having to pay to go to work on certain jobs in certain areas. Like, how do you keep yourself in check, right, when people ask you to do stuff for less than you know it's worth?
Most of the time, bro, I put myself in bad situations, but I'm learning now just to say no, bro. Like, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't do it. It's not beneficial for me. It's not helping me. And I just feel like everything got to make sense. It not only that it got to be beneficial for me, it got to be beneficial for them too. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is we doing with this project? Is we just putting it on Facebook? Is we just putting it on YouTube? What's the whole plan behind it? most people just want to, hey, I want to do this, get the camera and do this, and then give you $50. Like, no, we not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because we passed it. We got accolades, we got experience, we got knowledge, and we got the skill, bro. So I just have to learn to say no at the end of the day, bro. It's hard because it be a lot of people that you associate with or that you cool with, and it might, you know, make the friendship become different. But shit, it's some things you got to do when you running a business, and not everybody understand that you run a business. It's not a hobby. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, cause that's a tough one for me. Sometimes, you know, you wanna help the people that you know, right? And sometimes you want to help people that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because we've all heard the horror stories and the sob stories and everything else, right? We know life is life and everybody going through it, right? I get it. I'm going through it too, so I need them to treat me like it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I need the dollar for my time. It's if you don't like me because I feel like I should be paid adequately for the work that I'm about to do, then I don't know what to tell you. Because it's like ain't nobody. Have you ever seen somebody walk into their job and tell them, "Hey, I feel like y'all should give me double pay today"?
Hell no. See, what I had to learn about the business, bro, I can make 155 times, or I can make 703 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna get that 155 times faster than that 703 times. But that 703 times gonna be way more money and less work. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn to do less work for more money instead of more work for less money.
Right.
And once people understand that, shit'll start working out, bro. You just gotta say no sometimes, bro.
Yeah,
even though you wanna do it, bro, you just gotta say no, bro. And like that's what I've been saying to family, friend. No, I can't do it, bro. I don't even get myself caught up into that shit, cause it's just gonna stress me out. We gonna argue, and you know what I'm saying. If I want to do it for free, I gotta want to do it for free. You know what I'm saying, and we won't have no problem. But if I do it, it's cause I want to do it, not because you begging me to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a lot of people out there. They think they talk a little slicker than they actually do, right? So they think they could just like talk you into it. And I'll tell you right now, you know what I'm saying? Compliments will get you a little further than no compliment, right?
Fact.
But it ain't gonna take you the whole way. You know what I'm saying? Just because you liked my last works doesn't mean that I should give you what I'm getting ready to do for free. I might actually believe in your stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm not good, then I'm not gonna work the same.
Fact.
You see what I'm saying? If I'm not good, I can't even access my creative space the same.
And then another thing, like, I done invested my hard-earning money in all this equipment. Why should I collab with you for free when I've been sweating, crying, and shedding blood for this shit? And then you just mysteriously come along and I do the shit just because you want to do this. Like, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? There's some people you can work with like that because they got a good idea and it can possibly go somewhere. But a lot of people out here bullshitting, gang. A lot of people out here bullshitting, gang.
Oh man. So I got to ask, right? Because I have my tells, right? I have my tells when when you run into somebody and you just like, this bullshit. So what are some of the top signs that you get off a person where you absolutely positively know they finna ask you for some bullshit?
Man, when a person be like, hey man, I like your work, I think we should work together. Or they be like, hey, I want to collab with you. I already know it's finna to be some bullshit. because they ain't got the work ethic I got, and they don't want to. They want me to do all the work. Basically, they just want to reap the benefits from it. But most of all, how I know how I realize people are bullshitting, when they tell you they idea, but they ain't never talked about no money, bro. You know what I'm saying? It be simple shit like, you charge $1,000 for a project. Maybe they ain't got $1,000, but they got an idea for the project and they ain't said nothing about no money. You know, sometimes all you gotta do is be like, hey man, I know you charge $1,000, bro, but look, I got 300 and shit. I'm trying to do this A, B, and C to make this happen so we can do this. This all I got, fam. Let me know. Niggas don't even be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will be like, what you charge? Knowing they ain't got the money, what you charge, just to say, oh, all right, bet, and never hit you up again. Like, it's a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? Conversation rule the nation. Let a nigga know what you working with. What's the budget on your project? When people hit me up and ain't talking about no budget, 9 times out of 10, they bullshitting.
Yeah.
When they hit me and ain't talking about, hey, bro, I got this right now. I'm finna send you to this, and then I'm gonna get you the other payment in a couple of. They probably bullshitting, bro. I'm gonna be on. They probably bullshitting, bro. A lot of people looking for a handout, you know, free handout. Like, I ain't gonna say no names, but I seen a nigga today post. He looking for a struggling cameraman. Like, what the fuck? What is a struggling cameraman? So you think you can get a struggling cameraman and not pay him? He need more money. He need the money.
Right. He's already struggling.
It's just what people mind said, bro. Like, everything. We all need money out here. We all looking for a way out here. Like, you just gotta have a plan to come together, bro. If you ain't trying to spend no money, bro, come up with a plan, bro. Write that shit down. Have all that shit put together and put a proposal together and present that bitch, bro. Let me know you serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just more ways to skin a cat and put shit together to look professional. But what I'm learning, it's hard to be professional, bro. Because these motherfuckers will make you not want to be professional and get on their ass, bro.
Nah, for real. I definitely know the feeling. I've been through it, you know, on set, and somebody just want to take you there, you know. It happens. I ain't going though.
Nah,
I ain't going.
for real.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't going. And you know that. Let's just leave it at that. I will say this: I didn't spend 14 years of my life learning martial arts skills to not use them. Let's just put it that way.
Nah, for real. People will get under your skin, bro.
Nah, for real.
People will get under your skin, bro, and think they did nothing wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be professional, bro. That's really what I realized. People will get you out your character. Like, damn, did this nigga really just say this shit? Like, damn, like I asked somebody to pay me one time and shit. They got an attitude saying, nigga, when did I say I never was gonna pay you? Well, nigga, you never said you was gonna pay me, so that's why I asked.
Right.
Like, it just, I don't know. When it comes to the business and that finance part, motherfuckers be trying to skip over that shit, gang. That shit be crazy. That shit be crazy, bro.
Yeah, you know, I had to start putting up a negotiation wall, right? Before I agree to anything, before we talk about whether or not I'm available or not, I need to know how much is it paying, right? Because, and I just need you to be honest with how much it's paying. Don't try to give me a price that you think I want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Or you know you ain't paying.
You know you ain't got, right? And man, I got hit with a situation like that where a guy, he didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, can I give you a deposit and then pay you when it's done? No. If I'm showing up to shoot, then that final payment is due on the first day of shooting, right? Because I'm already here and we're shooting, and then once I leave here, I got to edit this. You know what I'm saying? Now, it was a situation that didn't end how I wanted it to, right? But it still happened. So that's the reason why those provisions are put in place for me, because I refuse to be done like that ever again. And I just think he did that because it was a lack of respect, right? He didn't respect my time. He didn't respect my money. He didn't respect the amount of time I took to learn how to use the equipment I was bringing. So it was just a bad situation all the way through. And I'm glad I got out of it without, ending up in a bad situation or losing it all on a bad decision, because he sure was trying to take me there.
Yeah, man, that shit be crazy, bro. Like, it's 2-3 revisions and that's it. But you know what I learned, bro? The best formula, and I got this from a dude I admire, bro. I admire his business and his work ethic, bro. Jeff Adair, man. He got the best formula to make people
for real.
to make people want to pay, bro. That 50, 25, 25, they gonna pay that off the rip, bro. They gonna pay that 50%. 25% of the 50% and 25% when it's done. 50% deposit to lock in, 25% when I show up, and 25% when done editing. Ever since I started doing that, I don't be having no problems, bro. But when you trying to get 100% of 1,000 or 700 or 1,500, it's hard times, you know what I'm saying? And I be thinking, like, if these major companies are letting people pay for split payments, why can't I do that as a small business? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they got this Super Bowl ad on commercial about split payment, why am I not doing that as a small business, bro? I'm losing money. Because I could set up this full split payment with Clara or Afterpay, get paid in full, and then they got to deal with split payment. That's on their credit, but I'm paid.
Yeah.
You just got to be smarter and not work harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
That don't sound bad at all. Yeah, that might be.
It's always a plan, bro. You got to have a strategy for this shit, body. You hear me? I've been studying this shit, gang. I ain't gonna lie, bro. What really made me start moving, shout out my guy Dark Skin the Plug. He called me one day and was like, "Bitch, you should have been a millionaire. What's going on? You need help, nigga? What you doing?" Like, that really made me feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? What is he saying? So I just had to put it together, bro. I hopefully it worked. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm just trying to put it together, fam. But I really believe. I really got faith. You know what I'm saying? More than I ever had before, for sure.
Right, can't go nowhere without the faith. You know what I'm saying? I know people be looking at me sometimes and they be like, "Hey man, how do you cuss like that and still have faith?" I was like,
That's a different story.
No, for real, because I choose to have faith. That's just it. Like, there's no requirement for having faith. Other than having faith. Right now, of course, yeah, you are supposed to walk a certain line so that you can make it into the gates of heaven. I get that, right? But something as small as the words I say, I don't know. That's just one of those I have to take up with God. Like, we'll figure it out when I get there. Like,
for real, no cap.
But yeah. All right, so I want to talk about, where is Mike Feez going from here? I know that we got a couple projects coming up, and I've already signed on to work some of those projects with you. But what's the end goal, right? At the end of the day, where do you see Mike Feez being? Like, for me, I give you mine, right? 50 Cent. I want G Unit. That's where I'm trying to go, right? If I could sit next to this nigga and just pick his brain all day and just mimic his behaviors, like, I would, because that's exactly what I want. I want to know, how did you go from rapping to shooting movies and film and series and all that stuff? Like, how did he do that?
I mean, bro, I started out doing music, If you can Google, a lot of people that know me, they don't know I rap. You know what I'm saying? I don't promote it a lot. Good in the motherfucker, too. You can Google Mike Feez. But when I started realizing it was all the same industry, all in the entertainment business. And I learned that it's better to be behind the camera than in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? I started liking behind the camera more than in front of the camera. So I really just, stayed behind the camera, and where I want to be is just, I want to make realistic movies, bro, about reality, bro, and reality with touch like John Singleton was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing that no more. Everybody want to make hood, mobster, gangster shit, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool if you got a unique story, but I just want to be different and put something, make everybody feel and realize like, damn, I've been through that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I seen that before. Damn, I remember when my auntie was going through that, you know what I'm saying? Just real life, heart-touching shit, bro, that people can like get motivated from and become something from it versus letting them bring them down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. That sound dope. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm along for the ride. You know what I'm saying? I'm in your corner. I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. We're coming up on these last few minutes, you know what I'm saying? So I do want to give you an opportunity to let everybody know exactly where they can find you, right? So that they are not missing some of these great gems that you're dropping on the ground, man. Because I know on your Instagram from time to time you'll pull up and give us some news we can use type situation, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that. I want to appreciate you for having me, man. I really fuck with you, bro. For real, the long way. Pause. We've been going hard and putting shit together. We got an award. I told you we was gonna get the award for Don't Answer. We really need to put it in some film festivals, and it's just about putting it together, bro. And in 2026, I told myself, instead of looking for the opportunity, I'ma create the opportunity. And I see that's what it's about. Everybody that's trending, they create the opportunity. If you look at the people that's making money in the world right now, they created that job from nothing. They created the shit and making more money than they ever made before. You know what I'm saying? But you can find me everywhere at Mike Feez on social media. MikeFeez TV, I mean. MikeFeez TV. You can find me at Mike Feez too, but that's mostly my personal stuff. But my business stuff and film stuff is Mike Feez TV or Mike Feez TV Studios with an S or MikeFeezTV.com, man. Hit me on my email, hit my number, just Google me, research, man. Research, plan, execute. Let's get it. Shout out my boy Bodyguard TV. We live in this bitch on Spotlight.
Already. Yeah, man. So this has been another episode of Bodyguard TV's Dallas Spotlight, man. Give y'all opportunity to take a look through the lenses of my eyes, right? So you can see some of the people that I hold near and dear to me, right? So we've learned about Mike Feez, what he's got going, where he plans to go, and what's next. We all watching, and I'm out.